The Jaguars.
Yeah.
I give them credit.
Okay, why so?
They're a nowhere-going organization, right? They got their quarterback.
Yeah.
And they signed him to a big deal. And they had the playoffs, coming back against the Chargers. You remember that. That was a huge – and it looked like that was going to be a turning point in that franchise. Mm-hmm. And then, don't forget, they were in the AFC Championship game.
They were.
Against the Patriots with Blake Bortles. They had an unbelievable defense. You remember that?
Blake Bortles, for the rest of his life, is going to hang on to that.
No, it was, and they led it to half. Yep. And then they lost in the second half.
They won't let the Tim Tebow 8-yard pass that was ran the rest of the 70 yards
exactly
by the receiver.
Right.
Boy, I tell you, he beat the he beat the Steelers. Who we got here?
Yep. No.
I thought Jerry would want the pomp and circumstance of the Sanders family.
They don't do that.
Instead, they drafted Donovan. It was a cool.
An edge rusher. So, but I guess the biggest question is two things. When you're a really good player, you're going to go to a bad team. That's usually how it goes.
Yep.
You're a part of it. A lot of people didn't want Joe Burrow to go to Cincinnati. What did he do? Second year, after being hurt, part of his first year, they go to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's a part of the solution. So now, can Travis Hunter be a part of the solution there in Jacksonville, take some of the pressure off of Lawrence, right?
Yeah.
What do you make of this and the move? I like it for them because I think it's easy to just kind of do the status quo. They went out and said, here's a generational talent, two-way.
Yeah.
And why not?
I like here's what I think they did. Two things just happened. One, as much as we talk about, oh, man, this player's going to do this player's going to do that, let's keep it real. Sports is also about filling up your arenas, your stadiums, right? Your ballparks.
It's a business.
It's a business. And sometimes I think a lot of fans don't want to know dirty secrets and you know this. Every organization ain't trying to win. They're trying to win, but they ain't about to go at all costs and expenses and buy new buildings and new arenas and stuff. We are just fine letting this money take 10, 15% every year, increase. So some organizations – we're trying to win, but we're also trying to make money. And I say that to say,
you remember when the Bulls did that when they blew up the Michael Jordan Bulls.
Yeah, on paper, that's the craziest thing ever to say.
Think about, they did. They were like, no, we're good.
Yep,
we won 6 years.
We're good. We're not bringing Phil back.
Right. And then Mike says, if you bring Phil back, I'll come back. And the first thing they did is we're done with Phil.
We had a run, so thank you. You would think we got Michael Jordan to come back. We ain't never. I don't care if Phil Jackson's 88, but they let him go. I say that to say. So I think the Jags are saying, look, we have a superstar that'll also transcend just on the field, but also get butts in seats, get people wanting to have, be in our arenas and want to do deals with us and, just sponsors and just it'll be cool just to have Travis Hunter and all that Heisman Trophy winner and also seemingly a spectacular athlete and talent. Also, I think what they're doing is getting Trevor Lawrence, who they're highly invested in, some more help on the offensive end. Because all the things we keep hearing is, and you and I just did, who did we just have on? Houshmandzadeh, a heck of a receiver, TJ Hoosh, his own self, had a really nice career. He said, man, that guy's just different. He's just built different. He's just one of those ones. Remember, he said that. Everybody we keep having on says
Another
that.
Edge rusher.
Another edge rusher from Ohio State goes 45th pick to the Colts there. I said that to say, you pair him with a rookie in Brian Thompson Jr., who had a heck of a rookie year for the Jags. 87 receptions, almost 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Now I got Travis Hunter on the other end.
No, and
you got Etienne. You start to have some things with Trevor Lawrence. Like, all right, bro, we've invested in you. We've given you the tools.
He got the money. He's the quarterback, so you got to give him those other 100%. Tools. Otherwise, what is the point? And to move up and say, we're going to get one of the best receivers in the game. He can also help us out defensively.
Yep.
It's a one-of-a-kind kind of player. Sometimes you need to make moves for that. I'm not mad. Why are you going to be the middle-of-the-road Jaguars that nobody cares about?
And the division is open, too. That's the key thing. So if we get Trevor Lawrence and we can get him another receiver on that side, because Brian Thomas Jr. looks like he's going to be a really nice receiver in this league for a while. We got Travis Hunter. We've got Etienne. We've got some other pieces. And you know what else? We'll see what else they do this draft, right? There's still more moves to be made. Now you can say we're shoring up this offensive side of the ball because Trevor Lawrence was underwhelming last year. And obviously he was injured and stuff, but he has
no, he was bad.
He was underwhelming. He has been. So now you can say, man, we've exhausted a lot of options for you, and we have to start looking at ourselves and figuring out, are you the guy moving forward? Because we just now got you another star receiver. And not to mention, oh, by the way, 30, 35 plays a game on the other side of the ball. We might have one of the better corners over the next couple years as well, or a punt kick returner. Like, who knows what they'll use him as. I get why they do it, because they're trying to help an investment from 4 years ago in Trevor Lawrence equally by investing in Travis Hunter.
Yeah, and I'm not taking a swing for the fences, right, with getting somebody who is that talented. I don't have an issue with that. I really don't. This wasn't like a stretch. I know they gave up a lot of picks all that. They did. But picks, that's fine. Here's a guy who could be a game changer, right? He helped Colorado turn it around, didn't he? He's a big part of that, too.
He was the best high school football player coming out, both ways. He was the best player in college football, literally at Jackson State, and that's a small HBCU. Then go to Colorado, Heisman. Like, everywhere he goes, he's just a man-child. Like, he's the best player. Anybody we've talked to, no. I know there's this person. I know, no. He's going to be the best. They said he could be the best defensive back if he would only play DB, or obviously the best receiver. So you got to go get that type of guy to help shore up Trevor Lawrence, and you still have multiple picks left throughout the draft to get the other things you may need. And listen, you just mentioned the draft picks they gave up. One of the things we know, draft picks will come and go, right? The Rams have been in a multitude of Super Bowls, and obviously they won one. And they said, remember famously, blank them picks, right?
Yeah, because picks, I mean, they do sometimes. You could, trace them back and find out, okay, we gave up on that. But if you can ultimately win, which is what you're trying to do, picks just aren't that important. I remember when
you can get them back too.
And Danny Ainge, remember he stockpiled all of that?
Picks.
Exactly. And they never won with all that. Now they won later, but they didn't win when they had all those picks.
Yeah, they started to make some moves and realize, picks are great, but also, so is Travis Hunter projected to be, right? And so is the way you feel about Trevor Lawrence based off what you're paying him. And now, again, you have more draft picks to be made, more moves to be made, too. You never know. You might be able to trade a couple of pick up some moves and pick up some veteran players as well. But Travis Hunter seems, by all accounts, to be special. You put special with Trevor Lawrence so you can finally say, hey, bruh, there's no more excuses.
No, you got your guy. You got
Nobody's saying we have to be 15-2. But we need to see you take 3 steps forward, not a step. 3 step forwards. You've got a guy in Brian Thomas Jr. You got now Travis Hunter. You got ETN. You got some other pieces on the offensive end. We'll try to get some more offensive line help. But all right now, I'm going to need you to be the Trevor Lawrence we thought when we were giving you $45, $50 million a year.